Cool, here we are. Right.
Live.
Brilliant.
We're in.
So, hello. Look at that. Right, so yes, we are live. Welcome again to the Auroch Digital Friday stream sessions. I am the community manager, Jake, who you've probably seen before if you tuned in. And if you were with us last week, you will recognise Steve, who's the designer here at Auroch Digital.
Hi.
And today we are going to be playing Last Days of Old Earth. We're going to be pushing on with the campaign, which we've done the first 2 levels of already. So we've got level 3, the Lost Ones today. We've got Stubar in the chat there. Hello, nice to see you. Hello.
What's up?
Cool. Before we start, actually, I just want to give a little update on what we've been up to at Auroch, because we've got a lot of exciting stuff in the pipeline. The forefront of which is the fact that the Dark Future Steam page is now live. So we've been working on a game called Dark Future Blood Red Stakes, which is an adaptation of 1988, I believe, Games Workshop board game, which is kind of Mad Max inspired, a little bit post-apocalyptic-y. There's some supernatural stuff going on. It's really cool. The Steam page for that has now gone live, so you can head over to that via this link, which I'll pop in the chat. And basically, that being live means you can wishlist the game now. So that keeps you up to date with all the developments of the game. We'll be regularly updating it with screenshots, images, clips from in-game, some gameplay stuff, and obviously it gives us an indication of how many people are interested in the game. So it's kind of a win-win. That's live now, and Steam. Yeah, so you can follow that link there. Hello Slytherin group, nice to see you again. You can wishlist that game now, which would be awesome. Head to that link, but not immediately. Wait for an hour, because first things first, we are playing Last Days of Old Earth today, we'll be pushing on with the campaign. So would you like to get us started, Steve?
Can I just say I'm quite impressed you managed to type that out from memory.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you sure that goes to the right place?
It absolutely does, believe me. I've tried it lots of times over the past couple of days.
Awesome. I mean, there's like a copy and paste function.
Oh, don't worry about that.
So, where am I going? I'm a loading campaign?
If you load campaign, there should be one called Hello Twitch.
Hello Twitch? Yeah, how's it going? Sweet. I should probably say a little bit about my background on this. Yeah. I did the majority of the design up to the campaign.
Right.
All the units, the balancing, and a lot of pretty much most of the game. I had very little say in the campaign itself, so I haven't played this.
Brilliant. Okay. You're an ideal sort of guinea pig.
I think I tested it at some point, but I haven't actually played through. So I'm quite looking forward to this.
Cool. I should note there. Sorry, let's read through the blurb. So we've got it. Sure. It has been a long time since I saw such mountains as those that stand before us now. They loom over us ominously, hiding unknown dangers, unseen enemies. Those machines, whatever they are, whatever their obscure purpose, their cold-blooded hostility has me fearful for the safety of my people. Ooh. Get that camera nice and focused. There we are. But now we know we are not alone in this frigid land. It gives me hope that somewhere out there in the waste there must still be other clans like ours. Perhaps they too are headed north. And I should note there you are currently on the impossible difficulty. So,
why?
I don't know. You want to give it a go? Let's maybe not. After our, if anyone tuned into our Chainsaw Warrior Lords of the Night stream last week, we did really, really quite terribly, and that was on hard mode or classic mode.
Yeah, let's just put it on hard.
Okay, let's go with hard.
I'm assuming by level 3 we're still being introduced to stuff.
Yes. So absolutely.
I have an edge on this because I know a little bit about how some of the game works.
Perfect.
We'll see. Let's see how that works out for us, folks.
Indeed. The thought that there may be other clans out there still warms me and permits a little in the way of some much needed hope. Onwards, then, we must gather our strength and prepare for whatever the long road ahead may bring. So our mission is to scavenge what we can before pressing on to destroy the enemy HQ. So pretty simple. So victory is to capture the enemy base, and defeat is to lose the clan home. We've got Stubar there in the chat asking, no MP in Dark Future, no multiplayer. It's not something that we have confirmed or denied as of yet. So you'll have to keep your eyes peeled for that one, unfortunately. That's all we can really say at the moment.
Cool. Sorry. So victory, capture the enemy base, defeat, lose, clan home. So standard skirmish rules then.
Pretty much.
Awesome. Okay. So how much do we want to be explaining what we're doing as we go along? Are we assuming folks...
Yeah, sure. In case you haven't seen this game before, or you haven't tuned into some of our previous Last Days of Old Earth streams, basically you start off. So what we have here is the initiative roll, and that basically governs. So you can spend your materials, your population, or your energy, basically to increase your chances of winning the initiative roll, and with that comes more action points for the turn, and what else comes with winning?
You get more, more action points, and you go first.
And you go first, yes, of course. So a tactical advantage there.
Yep. I'm not going to bother,
cool,
because I'm going to hope that they're not close enough that it'll make a difference.
Yeah, it's the first turn. It's probably not worth pumping a load of your...
And I've had I still a win anyway.
Perfect.
In your face, computer.
Lovely.
So let's see. So I've got some nice mountaineers. Cool. I'm straight away just going to send them up on top of a hill to get a bit of a glimpse around the map. So I'm in the top right hand corner.
Sure.
Cool. Some stuff over there that I can build on. A nice thing to pick up. I'm going to go straight away for my precious baby, the Outriders. They are the greatest in this one.
Sure.
And
so the advantage to the Outriders is that their movement.
They're so fast.
Yeah.
They're so fast, and I can just have a quick glimpse around pretty much the whole map with these guys. They're awesome.
Yeah.
What's this?
The blinking flash of a beacon light ahead catches the focus of all. Who built it? Will they be friendly? With scarce resources, whether or not you choose to investigate is a gamble.
Of course I'm going to investigate, because I love gambling. I really don't like gambling.
Yeah,
I'm going to do
bet safe, folks.
Yeah. Head to Auroch Digital Lotto for completely unaffiliated gambling and jokes that haven't definitely been done a million times already.
Exactly.
I'm going to buy a hero because I like heroes, and now I have no AP left, some resources. Actually, tell you what, let's shuffle. I know I've got no AP.
Not without any AP? No.
Let's do nothing.
Yes. So yeah, that's kind of what limits how much you can do within a turn. You have a certain amount of action points, and again, this initiative roll that determines how many AP you start with per turn.
Indeed. So I'm going to just keep accepting. Oh wow!
Okay,
they
so
really want to win that.
Yeah. So the automata here pumping a lot of resources into winning the initiative, which is a bit of an unusual strategy this early into the game.
It's a bit weird, but I guess they just have a lot of big units that they want to get out, which is worrying.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, sure they do. Right. So let's have a look at this thing and see what it does. Claiming will end your movement, and a scarred man in an oilcloth coat speaks enough of the trade tongues to tell you his party's story. Their clan left them behind when they crawled through a track. Last night they'd eaten the last of their pooled rations. We will take them in, bring them with us to the north. It's what our ancestors would have done. So I could just leave them and carry on riding around on my super awesome motorbike.
Yeah, you could do it. But is it what your ancestors would have done, is the important question.
My ancestors didn't have super awesome motorbikes.
True. Yeah, we'll leave our foot soldiers to deal with them.
Yeah, no, I'm going to keep scouting, and then let somebody else come and grab this.
Cool.
Let's go up onto here just to get a bit of a glance around the map, and then back into my supply area so the next turn I can move full distance. Yeah,
sure. So again, if anyone isn't quite familiar with how this game works and the kind of all the different intricacies of it, this kind of glowing zone here, if you could highlight that a second.
Yes, indeed.
So this zone around here, that's basically your supply zone, and that is supplied by this structure here, the clan home. And outside of your supply zone, you suffer penalties to stuff like your movement and your combat abilities and that kind of thing. It's of paramount importance that you're kind of always within supply.
It is absolutely crippling to get stuck outside it.
It is.
Now my supply line goes there, so I'm going to just shuffle up onto these mountains, just keep looking around.
Sure.
Leave him there. Now I've moved my army into here and put a hero in it, just because heroes on their own are pretty vulnerable.
Yes.
And I'm going to send my hero over here to build on this.
Cool. So so heroes are the only units in the game that have the builder ability. So they're the only people that can build structures, which, as we were saying, kind of extend your supply zone, and they enable you to build sort of. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Indeed.
Got a few more people in the chat there. Hello, Nightbites again. Nice to see you. And One Hit Wonder saying hi. And when's this game out? It's actually out already. It's been out for I think just over no,
Well,
not quite
it was
a
on
year.
early access for a
Yeah,
while.
yes. So it was in early access. I believe that came into early access at around sort of January time, maybe a little bit later.
Like that. I can't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, and over the course of the early access period, we did a few content updates. So there was the deck builder, I think was the first one, and that enables you to, from the pool of all the different units and heroes in the game, build your own decks for skirmish and multiplayer modes. And then another one of the content updates was the stealth and facilities update. So there are certain heroes and units that have the stealth ability, so they can basically go invisible, and then they're not visible to enemy units, and they also have abilities like sabotage, so they can cripple enemy structures and stuff, which is really, really cool. Another content update was the air update. So we
we've got airstrikes and recon, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so we brought kind of flying units into the game. So yeah, you can devastate from afar.
Yeah.
And then the final one was the campaign update, which is the one that we are playing now.
Yeah. So just a quick what I've done. I've got myself another hero and equipped her with a crawler, which is an infantry support transport thing, so she can move a little bit faster. I've shuffled this guy along, and I'm just wondering if I should go and grab that interest point or that interest point, because I can only do one of them, I think. Oh no, I might be able to do both. Let's go have a look at this one.
So, mostly hidden in the drifts of snow, the outline of a low building marks a line across the hillside. Finding the entrance may take a little time, and we must press on, but it should be worth the effort with what will likely lie underneath. So we can choose between leaving them, where there's no time to waste and we press on without looking for the entrance, or we can uncover the structure. And that takes the time to find the entrance for a cost of 2 AP, 1 population and 3 energy, in exchange for 1 Avanyu artillery, 1 shield generator, and 1 absolve draft guns. So those are some really cool units. So yeah, but we don't have the available AP at the moment, so we can do that next turn, and then basically rather than having to spend the resources and the AP to build those units, we just get given them for free,
which is crazy amount of stuff. So I'm definitely going to hang on for that.
Yep.
And let's go see what this one will do.
So
new people. You now have access to facilities, cards that play to structures and cannot move about the map. These facilities provide special bonuses to the owner, such as increased hand size or additional supply. Once played to a structure, you can view them by clicking on that structure and navigating to the Facilities tab. See the game menu for more information.
Cool.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, Clan Brothers, I'm so glad to meet you. We've been lost in these wilds for many, many days. A storm came upon us and we lost our bearings. Our clan must surely have moved on by now, and we fear the worst may have befallen them. The beacon was our last hope, and thank Icarus it brought you to us. We'll join you in your quest. Perhaps it will bring us back to our lost kin. Yeah, maybe it will. Maybe. Oh my god, I love this guy. Oh my god, whoa!
Look at that. So we've come across Chanel Goodgrass there. So this is it's a hero that's mounted. So she has, I think it's a she, has Pathfinder. Yeah. So basically this hero grants a movement bonus of +1 to their whole army, which is really, really cool. Their command unit, their command rating, isn't massive, so they can only command an army of up to 4 units. However, the additional movement cost is the kind of payoff of that.
Blast Pop's asking, do we anticipate further content updates?
The game's feature complete as of the moment. We are still supporting the game, so if you come across any issues with the game, if you've got any bugs or anything like that, then I'm your man. I'll be in the Steam forums regularly. But in terms of content, yeah, we are. It's feature complete for the time being.
I just realised I can't actually do this transfer because
we're out of AP for the time being.
So we're all out of stuff, but we do have a really shiny new army, which I can't wait to get using. Right, let's. I'm just going to keep skipping these because I don't think I need the AP just yet. I've got a few moves to make.
And we win that anyway?
And we win it. Sweet. So we got a new facility. Wicked.
So yeah, this is the. We had that little pop up a minute ago about facilities. So this is one of those. And this is the Chulpa Beacon, which grants a movement bonus, I think, to... So basically the way facilities work is you play them to a structure, so they don't move around the map, they're not like a unit per se, but they buff the kind of effect of a structure, don't they? So
that's right.
So if were you to play this beacon here, any units within the supply zone of that structure then have a movement bonus. So that's really cool.
I'm going to hang on to it and use it on a something out here, because movement within this isn't too important.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to hang on to it. I am, however, going to get myself a collector down here, which I can do because I have a hero in my army.
Excellent.
I'm going to then do the same up here. Where am I? Have I got enough resources?
A long abandoned camp, snow piled high against the rather rickety huts. Some food and supplies remain within, but there is no sign of those that once dwelt here. Boo-hoo.
Damn. I cannot, because I don't have enough power. I need more power. I've got tons of everything, but no power. And I even need power to open that.
Yes,
that
you do. You need 3, I think.
Damn.
To get across that. So yeah, that will be something that we maybe unlock further into the game.
Let's just hang fire for the moment. Oh, these guys are out of supply, aren't they? I really need to build a structure.
So as you were saying a second ago, movement within the kind of sphere that we've that's visible at the moment isn't that important, because this probably isn't going to be the kind of main battle arena, if you like. Whereas once we start venturing into uncharted territory, is when we'll start coming across energy units and
absolutely. I still can't do that. Right, I need to send somebody out scouting, I think. Except they're all kind of stuck. Let's.
So yeah, units in this game don't have the ability to kind of like hop over each other. Like once a unit is there, it's there. So the only way to kind of get beyond that, other than it moving out of the way, is for you basically, as you might have seen there, the hex, when you tried to move into it, went green, and that opens up the transfer overlay, and that means you can kind of combine the armies and yeah.
So I was going to build a collector here, but I don't have enough energy. So what I'm going to do is stick an outpost in, which has got a nice big supply range. So it hasn't come up yet, but next turn it's going to increase my supply range. And I'm going to then probably use this beacon on it, so that I've got a nice bit of extra movement around here. Yeah,
particularly with those hills and mountains there, they cost additional movement to traverse.
And because I have extra resources, I'm going to start sinking a few of them into this to get me some. And of course that happens. If you saw the way I was rolling dice, oh dear God, playing Chainsaw Warrior last week, this is pretty par for the course.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I think we might be okay actually. So an enemy army's just wandered in. They have a hero. They have some. See, these things are kind of okay when they're on their own, right?
Yes, yeah.
But when you get a huge pack of them, they are really, really nasty.
Definitely, yeah. We came across a few of those when we went through level 2 a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, they basically have an ability called wave attack, I think it is, and so basically for every one of those units within an army, within the same row in combat, they get a +1 to their attack. So if you have 6 of them or 5 of them, I think it is, in the front row, then all of their attacks are buffed by 5. So,
seriously nasty.
Yeah.
Now, the sensible choice would be to destroy them using my nice shiny tanks and all that kind of stuff. But I really, really like bikes. And I kind of have to get some bikes into combat because I think I can win this one. If I lose now, I'm going to feel like the right idiot. But,
so yeah, this is the combat phase, and this is basically a kind of an additional little mode where we, you face off against your opposition. So basically, this is something really cool that the Outrider rollers have. They have the Flanker ability, and basically, whenever you attack a unit that doesn't have any friendly units adjacent to it, you get +2 to your attack, which is really, really cool. So yeah, that's basically it becomes a much more powerful unit. And there you go.
Bikes, the best.
Yes, you heard it from the designer. So yeah, you can't argue with that.
They're my favourites.
One Hit Wonder saying in the chat, it's like a live board game.
Yeah,
nice.
Exactly. That's totally the aesthetic and stuff that we were going for.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Nice.
Good catch. Yeah. So the fact that there's cards involved and even the units they look like counters as they move around the map.
Exactly.
So yeah, really, really cool.
And I think I'm going to just drop that on here, so I've got even more speed on my bikes.
Brilliant.
Because I love bikes. Good, right.
So we win that.
We win that, nice. Okay, I'm going to carry on sort of consolidating. I still need more energy, right. Let's go have a gander. See what's up here. Oh, hello.
Okay, so we've now come across an enemy outpost and some enemy units.
Right, this looks... right, you stay there. This looks like just some scouts. Okay, these guys are squishy as hell, so I'm not I'm not going to worry about getting into combat with them, and I'm on a hill, so if anybody attacks me, I'm going to get super awesome defense bonuses.
Yeah, so the terrain also comes certainly into effect in combat. In such a way, so if you're the attacking faction, you don't gain any terrain bonuses. No. Whereas if you're attacked and you're on a hill like we are here, or you're in a forest or something like that, there are various sort of buffs or debuffs that you or they receive.
That's right.
So yeah, really cool.
I'm just going to start shoring up an army out here because what I'm really starved for at the moment is energy. I can't see anywhere around that's going to get me some. That encounter gets me a bit more population, which would be good for getting another one of these. But stupidly, I went and moved this army out the way, and I'm not going to send them back. I'm going to wait until I can actually get there like a sensible person.
And additionally, that encounter is just a one-off bonus of 2 population, whereas you do have 2 heroes on population tiles.
Yeah, so if I can just hang on, I'll be able to actually start churning some more.
Yeah, exactly. So you get an additional 1 per turn rather than just a one-off bonus of 2.
Now, what I do have that I've completely forgotten existed in the game, shows how long it's been since I worked on it, is surplus.
Excellent.
Which is this stuff.
I was just about to come to that. So basically, for any AP that you don't spend in a turn, it goes into this bar here. If you could just highlight that for me. So this little bar here, so I think there's 10 slots in there. And so for like I say, every bit of AP every AP point that you don't use in a turn gets put into that, and then once you've accumulated 10 or more, you can then use those, and then it adds 1 to this little red number.
Oh dear.
So you're out of supply, but you're on a hill.
I didn't think I moved out of supply. Oops.
So
I might be in trouble here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really in trouble here. Oh dear. Oh no.
So this is the kind of big brother of the units that we were talking about a minute ago that have that wave attack. So they have the same ability, but they also have much bigger stats in combat, and they have the resolute ability as well, which is horrible. So, it comes much more into effect when you're fighting with multiple units within an army. So for every friendly unit that dies in that unit's army, you gain...
my precious bikes.
Oh no. Yeah, so it gains +1 attack for every unit that...
Yes.
Yeah.
Which means you can't kill the ones around it to stop it getting the bonus, and you can't kill it because it's too hard.
Yeah.
And it's, oh god, they're nasty.
Yeah, pretty much. So we probably want to eliminate those before long. So we've got that outpost there with the army.
No, I want this one out and about. So I'm gonna, instead of, I don't know, maybe it'd be sensible to build here instead. But I'm gonna build up here because it's probably a lot safer. We've got a wall of impassable terrain going all the way down here.
Yeah, sure. So there are hills and mountains in the game, but then there are also these untraversable. What they actually refer to? Yeah, it's just called impassable. Yeah.
So
with your chopper movement bonus, you can actually reach that from there when you wouldn't be able to normally.
I wonder if I should. Oh, hello.
Now we're talking.
This is what happens when you destroy my bikes.
Sweet vengeance rained down upon you.
Wait, hold on. Oh no! No, I couldn't move the full distance.
That's weird. It looked like you could.
I thought I could, but I couldn't.
I actually had my suspicions there when you were able to move 4, even though you only.
Yeah, I should only be 3. Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh no, I know what it is. It's because you do have the Pathfinder ability, so you get to move 1 extra. So that's the 3. But then I think that the zone that the movement beacon is applied to is actually slightly smaller than the supply that's afforded by an outpost. I think it's the same as the supply afforded by a collector.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as you moved out of that zone, you're then limited to your 3.
You really think I'd know these kind of things?
Well, yeah, as a designer, I'm just brushing up on the things that you put into the game.
Stubar. Wait, what?
When does this stream start?
Can you not see us?
Are we?
Hello, we're here.
Yeah,
we're right here right now.
Yeah, we I thought we were live. Are we not? If
you realise if he can't see us, this is
pointless. Yeah, I don't know why I'm. Let me just run that by him in the chat as well.
We are definitely professionals.
Problems. Oh man, this keyboard is terrible.
That's pretty tragic. Right. So I've got 3 AP left. I'm going to draw some cards and sit back and... Oh wait, no. Oh no, I don't have AP. I was going to go and get that thing, but I can't now, so never mind. Let's just let's burn some more of these.
Yeah. So we pump a load of materials into our initiative, and now...
Right. And now, what I'm going to do before anything else, because I'm an idiot and forget, is I'm going to spend one of my surplus points, which are these, and that's gone down to 1. Now I have 2, which I think is what I needed for this.
I believe it's 3. Yeah.
Oh no.
However, it does mean you could do it next turn, or you can do it right now.
I can just do it now. It's fine. Cool. 2, 1, and yeah, definitely, because that is some serious firepower.
So we get given an outpost, which is under construction, so you don't get the supply afforded from it straight away.
Look at that. That is an absolute beast of an army.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Avanu artillery.
Oh yeah, they're monsters. Right, okay, so now, back to the aforementioned Sweet Vengeance.
Oh, let's pop up onto that hill there, because it looks as if the unit has been left behind. That's a minor bug there, folks.
It is feature complete. Right, I forgot to deploy someone who knows what they're doing.
So yeah, we've got people in the chat saying they can see us. Radical Horse says, I can only see glasses floating in the air. Very strange. Yeah, that could be weird. We could do some weird stuff with that. And Muzzy G says, try refreshing and loading it on a browser, as Steam was not working for me. So yeah, if you are having trouble seeing us, maybe just hit refresh and let us know if there are any further technical issues.
So I've gone and screwed up and put my artillery in the front rank, which, if they're smart, they're going to try and destroy my artillery because they're squishy.
Yeah.
So to stop that happening, I'm going to just destroy them first, because Bearcats are amazing.
Yeah, so Bearcats are the kind of big buff tank abilities, tank units. Sorry, rather.
Yeah, they have. God, they're doing well on the defence because they're on a hill.
Yep.
This is why you don't attack people on hills, folks.
Yes. So your point there about you being an idiot, and just to further corroborate that, So basically, these kind of sort of railguns and that kind of thing. The artillery guns. Basically, they have reach, so you can put them in the back row and they can still attack.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas infantry and tanks and that kind of thing, infantry and heavy units, if they're in the back row, they can only do things. They can only affect their own front row. So if they have abilities that buff their own units or that kind of thing.
So what I could do now, if I wanted, I'm going to do 2 damage because I've got 3 hits to their 1 defense. I could spend my fate to bump that up, but I'd still only do 4 damage and wouldn't quite kill them, so I'm not sure it's worth it.
Yes, given that there'll be a hero pursuit afterwards, as there's 2 heroes involved in this combat.
Exactly.
So Fate, for anyone that hasn't played this before, Fate is basically a mechanic that only heroes are that can use, and basically in combat you can basically turn a negative dice into a positive one, which is super handy.
So these guys have a cool ability called infantry support, which means they can basically give their own, give +3 to an attack of a unit, another infantry unit. But because they've all got the benefit from my hero, who gives everybody, all the infantry bonuses, I'm actually not going to bother using that and just go straight in and attack.
Particularly given that they now have no defense.
They have no defense and 3 health, and I can now spend some fate, which will definitely kill them.
There we go. So One Hit Wonders, they're saying in the chat, does the hill give a benefit? Yeah, it does.
Oh, yes.
If you're attacking from a hill, no. But if you are defending and you are placed on a hill, then yes. Basically, you get +1 to your... I think it's +1 to your attack and +1 to your defense.
Mountains are attack as well. I think hills are just defense.
Right.
If
Okay.
I remember.
Yep. There we go.
So, vengeance is mine. I am now out of supply, sat on a hill in the middle of enemy territory. Let's see how that works out for us.
You're out of supply. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. So that might have been. I might have just been baited out into a weak position, but yeah, let's see, shall we? So I've built my collector up there, so I can safely move this army out. This one has already moved. There's nothing there. I could get myself another hero, but I don't think I need it, to be honest. Let's load this army up. Okay, so what we have here is a troop transport and a couple of solid-ass infantry.
Yeah, so the Iron John Crawler, that has mount up. So basically, if it's contained within an army that only has a hero and infantry units, then every unit within that army the whole army gets the movement ability of Iron John Crawler. Sorry, I've explained that in a very roundabout way, but basically, yeah, if it's only infantry in that army, they can move further, to put it simply.
I'm getting safe, because that is a bad place to be.
It is indeed.
I should have gone there, because then I could strike out and attack that. That scout unit is still there watching me, like a cheeky swine. Right.
Like a what?
like a metal dog. That older.
That old analogy, yeah.
Watching me like a metal dog. I don't know what
I should say you should still be able to attack from the position that hero is in down there, because you've got the Pathfinder.
Oh, because I've got the extra movement. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yes, sweet. But I'm still technically kind of out of supply because I've just come in. So I'm going to sit back and wait. I've got loads of AP. I'm going to draw some cards, I think. Ooh, hello. Right. Oh, here we go. This is what we want. Now, this guy is infantry leader.
Yes, now we're
so
talking.
I'm totally taking him, because that's going to give these guys a boost. And if I get a chance to buy myself some Spear Sisters, which I might do, I don't need surplus.
No surplus this turn.
Well, next turn, let's get them in there and then send out a nice infantry unit.
Yep.
Just to... And one more card.
Ooh, I like those.
They're really sexy,
yeah. So the counter attacks, especially, but we also, I should say, have a shield generator in play. So they combine really nicely with the Blood Pledged Riflecade, which is
that's
absolutely
another really nice army.
Yeah, that's a mouthful. When we streamed this a couple of weeks ago, I found myself having to say that a lot, and it was just tripping over it every time.
Just say the Riflecade.
Yeah, the Riflecade. Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
there
Blood Pledged is a bit of a
Blood Pledged.
Yeah, there we go.
Sweet. We are right. Let's go and do some attacking with absolutely no scouting or checking to see if this is safe. We're going to do it anyway and see what happens, because we're playing on hard. Oh wow, actually we might win this. That's surprising. I thought that was going to go terribly wrong.
So we've got
this time we're going to put our artillery at the back. We're also going to spread our infantry out and put the tank in the middle, because just in case, because if they put their unit here, they can only attack my tank, which is going to work out really badly for them. So that's kind of a calculated risk. If they put it anywhere else, they can attack my infantry. But
and with things like abilities, with the infantry support and that kind of thing, there isn't a range limit on that.
Absolutely not.
Cool. We've got Brett, you got it going on in the chat there. Great username saying, "Can you play the Xavi card with Iniesta?" That's a little football joke for anyone that didn't get that. Very good. That might be a little bit of a DLC we could do in the future.
I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Cool. Yeah. 2 ex-Spanish midfielders. Well, no. 1 current, 1 ex. So yeah,
cool.
Good one.
good football.
Yes.
Sure.
Cool.
So okay, I thought there was only one of them. There are 3 of them.
Brilliant.
My super cunning formation is probably going to get my dudes killed.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now looking a bit exposed.
Right. So this one is probably the most threat, because that guy is going to get murdered. So this artillery, one of my favourite things about it is it's got disrupt. Now, disrupt means it reduces their defence. Oh wait, none of them have defence. So
the unit does, but it's also not the most
pretty awful. So let's just squish this dude over here, because he's threatening my precious infantry. That'll do.
I have a suspicion that I know who Brett you've got going on is, by the way. Hello, Adam. Nice to see you.
Right, tank. Oh no. See, Bearcats, they're awesome, except for the fact that they're kind of breaking down. They've got this skill called Temperamental, which means sometimes they just have less attack.
Cool.
Good old...
So yeah, you've shot yourself in the foot with the design of that one?
I don't think that one was my idea.
Okay.
But it's a pretty good one, I like it.
Yeah.
You can get upgraded ones which don't have that ability, which are super awesome.
Yeah, that's the relic. They're cool.
Right, so he's got defense. Oh, what the hell? Let's just attack, and I think we're probably going to get these guys. This is an army consisting mostly of utility bots, so we're going to do some serious damage to them, and they're not even going to touch us because we've got a tank.
Perfect. So then we attack with the actual skirmishers. Come on, good round.
That is tragic. Tragic. Luckily, next round it's all going to go better for us unless they attack first. And of course, that's fine. It's fine. It's just one damage.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Right. Who's going to die first? Wait, he's just attacked, doesn't he? Let's.
They have disrupt as well. Yeah.
Let's kill the dude who's going to attack me next. I'm probably not. Oh wow!
Oh, nice.
Hello.
So yeah, that hero's got a kind of higher fate.
He's going to be spending a lot to keep
than
his
you,
dudes alive. Yeah.
So yeah, I like that. They can kind of predict that they know that you've got some fate, and so they can see that if you spend fate this turn, they're wiped out. So they just give it that little extra.
Yeah. He has fate.
Prolong the inevitable.
Unfortunately for him, I have a tank. So let's see how that whole fate thing works out for you.
11 health. That is literally obscene.
Yeah, they're monsters, absolute monsters. And the 2 defense as well is surprising. It makes a massive difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like when you look at it, if it's a unit, for example, with 4 attacking a unit with 2 defense, that looks like it's kind of weighed in the attacker's favour, but it's actually not that much because nothing is kind of nothing is confirmed before you roll effectively. So yeah.
Oh, ow. Whoa. This little delivery drone thing, Amazon delivery bot, is absolutely taking me apart. This is not how this is supposed to go. Stop it. Leave me alone. Right, cool.
The chat's now descending into a talk about football. That was just a little joke, folks. No, we'll keep football out of this.
He's rolled like an absolute champ.
So he's rolled 4 there. You've rolled 3, but you do have fate to spend, and a draw doesn't result.
They escape on a draw.
Yes.
So there is absolutely no point in me spending fate. I'm just going to commit.
Yeah.
I'm going to accept and hope I don't get. Oh no, there's 2 armies in here, isn't there?
Right. So yes, if you attack it's only got 1 unit in it. Yeah. So that's the 1 unit that you thought.
Oh, the little scout. Yeah.
This is where your formation comes into effect.
Right. Hey, look. Yeah, stuck on that. So 2 attack versus 2 defense. He's just barely going to do any damage. I'm just going to take the Mickey a little bit and absolutely wipe him out. So he's made his 1 attack. Now all of my dudes get to make their 1 attacks, and basically these things are not designed for combat. No. He's gonna have a bad time.
No, they're effectively kind of scouting units, aren't they?
Yep.
But without the movement of the.
I'm in your base, killing your dogs.
Yeah.
Sweet. I think I'll leave it. No, do I want to leave it there? I could buy some more stuff. Oh yeah, I was going to buy one of these guys for this awesome little army.
Cool.
And so let's send it out scouting up this way.
Oh, and that also has the Chelper beacon thing. Although again, once you're out of supply of that.
Yeah. That guy's still. I don't think he's going to do it. He's not really a threat on his own unless he comes over here and just steals that base from under my nose.
Yeah.
Which they totally will do.
Yes. These machines, they're programmed to disrupt.
Yeah, they're pain in the behind. See, I'm keeping it proper.
Yeah. Keeping things above board here. Look at that.
Right, how are we going?
So as nomads, we have become accustomed to always being on the move. Our clan is practically built around the North Walk, and certainly it has only survived because we have remained mobile. So whenever my feet ache and I'm compelled to rest, I remember this and am invigorated.
Sweet.
Reinvigorated, sorry.
Righty. We're progressing pretty nicely down this valley. We've got a couple of armies coming in back up. Are they still talking about football?
No. I think we're past that now.
Stop it. I don't know what you're talking about.
I get the feeling you're probably not the only one in this forum.
I don't understand. I think I might spend a turn being a wuss and just healing some of my dudes up.
Probably sensible. So
that's like my entire turn, actually.
Yeah.
Let's do it anyway.
Cool.
Because, the next turn we will go all-out attack.
So I don't know if you noticed there, but the cost to heal and repair units within an army is huge, but it's dependent on the kind of unit that you're trying to heal or repair. So heavy units, I think they cost 5 AP, which can be
basically your entire turn.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, which sucks.
So kind of devastating on a per turn basis.
Alright, so as I said I was going to do before, I've grabbed those resources, which will let me build some stuff. Do I want to build some stuff right now? Actually, I don't want to build some stuff right now. I'm going to do what I was going to do before and shuffle these awesome artillery dudes out here, because I think the enemy base is probably going to be up. Cause I've seen a lot of movement up here.
Yeah, they seem to be coming from that direction, and unless they're in this kind of little blacked out V area here, which I doubt, in fact we can scout that out now.
That's right. Let's go up on the hill just in case. Whee, there we go.
And it won't be on the other side of those mountains, I doubt. So
now, before we move into attack, let's just check. They've only got a single unit and they're out of supply. That is a really bad idea. Mate, you're in... I'm not even going to bother fighting this. I'm just going to hit or resolve.
So yeah, this is an option in the game as well. You can auto resolve if the odds are stacked heavily in your favour, as they are in that as they were in that turn. You can basically just kind of you can simulate the combat. It happens behind closed doors.
Poor little bugger.
Yeah, bless him. Oh, we were so close.
So close. We managed 42 minutes
Yeah.
of PG.
Of PG content. Now this is when it gets crazy.
Yeah. we're after the watershed.
Yeah.
Is that the water?
Yeah.
Cool.
The 1712 watershed.
They've just attacked my base.
Ha!
Right, let's see what happens, because I don't think I can't see this going well for them. I'm not sure what their angle was there.
No. So they seem to have +1 defense from something. I'm not entirely sure what that was, but this unit has suppress. So basically, anytime you land a successful attack, their attack is reduced by 2.
Which means as long as I go first,
yeah, they can't swing with anything.
literally can't do anything.
Okay.
Hey, look, I only did 1 damage, but
But there's nothing they can do.
how's the attack going now?
I like the fact that they still try and attack. It's like punch with no arms.
Oh look, he gets to go first. He's going to do some damage.
Oh.
Way!
Take one to the toe there.
Yeah, it's
Oh, there we go.
and there it is. Game over. And that's why you don't attack me. Because especially when you're a stupid metal dog thing. Cool. Right. Still they go. Now let's find this base of theirs.
So you could...
What's that? No, I'm not going to get drawn out, because if I attack out of there, I'll easily destroy that, but I'll just get stuck outside my supply range and have to.
Yeah, come with the backup, I think is the
yeah, bring the back up, up, back. You know what? Let's just build here.
There we go. We extend the supply. We can now see their collector, and I get the feeling we're probably closing into their.
The base has got to be around here somewhere. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Right. We got plenty of materials. Let's just go for first turn.
So, do you have a favourite unit from the automata side of things? Obviously, you don't get to play as them in the campaign. The campaign, basically, the kind of the idea of the campaign is to sort of to demonstrate all the different kind of the best times to use certain units, and you kind of unlock them as you go throughout the game. But in skirmish, they're all unlocked already, and you can also play as the automata, and you can do so in multiplayer as well. And so, yeah, I was wondering if, as the designer, you had a kind of a preferred automata unit.
Well, see, as a professional, I've carefully balanced all of the units so that they each have a role. And no, it's the dogs. It's the little dog guys. They're awesome. They're terrible in combat, as you've probably seen. But they can move outside of supply. They can see a long way. And
oh yeah, I forgot about that. They have the kind of the commander, is it referred to?
Yeah.
So yeah, basically they aren't affected by out of supply penalties, which is really useful for if you're kind of. There's a lot of different tactics that you can employ in this game, but one of them is to just kind of move around the map really quickly, and so that you can see everything, you know where everything is, and then rather than spending loads of time and resources into making big, powerful, slow armies that take kind of quite a long time to get to where you want to go, you know already where it is you want to go, and then you can kind of shoot over there, maybe take a hero over there, build an outpost, and then you can kind of build from there. So that's
exactly. And because they can basically what you can do is just send a couple of them out.
Yeah.
Boosh. You can send a couple of them out to the map and pretty much know what the enemy are doing before they know what they're doing.
Sure.
And because they've got a good sight range, if you sit them on a hill, they can see 3 away.
Nice.
Which is
in all directions.
In all directions, which is just crazy. So you know where the enemy are before they know that you know where they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that being really effective in multiplayer, especially if you're playing on one of the smaller maps. You know, that's
absolutely.
If you position them on a hill, kind of close to the centre of the map, that's effectively. Oh, there we go. So we've come across the enemy HQ there. Sorry, just to finish that point. So if you position them on a hill in the middle of the map and then 3 in all directions shows you basically the whole core of the map, and then you're kind of just guessing for the borders. But there's it unlocks a lot.
So I've realised that I've left myself a little bit stretched out here. I've discovered their capital city, leaving myself with no movement. So I've just dumped a bunch of resources into defending this base because these tanks are nice and fast, but kind of squishy.
Yes.
And I've also put this dude in who extends the sight range of the structure by 2, which means I can now see even further what I'll be able to.
Yeah, you will next turn.
In the next turn. So there we go. So we now know where all their stuff is.
Yep.
And this should be it. Oh, okay. Unless they go first.
So was the thinking there basically, if you hadn't put some units into that outpost, then on their turn they could have basically scouted around, scooted around you really quickly,
Exactly.
taken your outpost from behind you, and then you're out of supply and kind of screwed.
Yeah. So if it doesn't matter how strong these armies are, if you catch them out of supply, you're probably gonna take them out.
Sure.
So jumping in and stealing outposts from behind people's lines is a very, very effective way to cripple them.
Yes.
Luckily, we don't need to worry about taking this base, which they've defended. All we need to, or even this one. Let's just.
They don't seem to have left their HQ very well defended here, so this is we're probably closing in here.
I reckon this is probably it. Now, the real question is, which army do I use? Because I have 2 pretty strong ones right now.
Or you could potentially show off the transfer ability, and then.
Yeah, but I guarantee what I'll do is do that and not leave myself with enough HP to actually. So
Speedy Savant says, "Hello, how are you doing?
Hey,
nice to see you. Joined us quite late here. We're basically now closing in. So the point of this mission was to, as you see up there, the victory condition is to capture the enemy HQ, which Steve is now closing in on.
To do.
Yeah.
Right.
And they haven't left themselves very much in the way of defence, so this is likely going to be it. But nice to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Okay. Yep. Right. Let's get on with wiping. Oh man, these guys got some solid defences. They must have some base upgrades. Okay. So these guys are the ones that have wave attack and resolute. Resolute means that if I kill any other unit in the army, it gets a boost. So I'm not going to kill any other unit in the army. I'm going to kill him.
Very sensible.
And that was a tragic roll.
Yes.
Good. Thanks. Great.
So luckily they're not defending with a hero here, because this is one of the things about this hero that we're attacking with. Their movement's really cool. Their movement's really good. Sorry, and they've got a couple of really useful abilities, but their fate, their amount of fate is really low. Whereas if you had attacked with Javi, I think he's got 7 fate.
Something
I think
crazy like that.
7 or 6. He's basically the most. I think he's got the most fate of any Skywatchers hero.
I think so. I was a little bit worried. I thought I was going to lose my infantry, but as long as I... Oh no! Whoa! Oh, that was a mistake.
Uh-oh.
In an effort to save my precious infantry, man, I've gone and destroyed these robot dogs, the capital ones.
Yes.
And by doing so, I've given this one a
boosted attack.
Attack bonus. Yay!
Brilliant.
Because I definitely know what I'm doing.
So as you can see here, so we only did them for 1 there, so they can attack before this turn, which is quite, it's quite a lot. But
luckily he's facing a tank.
Yes, yeah, facing up. Yeah, if you picture an infantry unit kind of face to face with a tank, you can probably predict how that's going to end.
Okay, so we did enough damage to take his defense down. Basically,
Nice.
Got him shell shocked. He's completely failed to damage my tanks, even with that nice little attack bonus. And now I'm going to destroy him.
Sure. So one hit wonder there in the chat asking, is this against AI? It is indeed. Yeah, we're playing the campaign at the moment. So yeah, that's against the AI. And we're actually playing on hard mode at the moment, which this has gone surprisingly well. I sometimes play this on hard, and it's difficult.
That's because I'm a professional, Jake.
There we go. Yeah. The man who designed the game. I would have been very surprised if he'd lost. So yeah, victory. So let's have a look at the summary.
How did we do?
So we did it in 16 rounds. Not bad
Pretty
at all. Only created 11 units, which is not a huge amount.
Well,
but
because you kept getting given them.
yeah, true. Yeah. True. That doesn't account for ones that you just come across, does it?
Absolutely.
We only lost 1 and destroyed 11 of theirs. We built 4 structures, we didn't lose any, and we captured 2 of theirs. And captured their HQ and explored 95% of the map. So yeah, a pretty resounding victory there.
Oh,
and with that comes.
Here she is.
So yeah, basically, whenever you beat a campaign level, you.
Cheers, angry Microraptor.
Good job at beating your own game. Yeah. Thanks.
It's a satisfying feeling, I can tell you.
So yeah, basically, whenever you beat a campaign level, you then unlock the new units that you've come across in that level. So here's the hero that we came across there. So since her rescue, her positive attitude and quick wit has quickly earned her a new home amongst the Skywatchers. And then it lists her abilities, which we kind of went through there, but basically we'll go through them again because we didn't really see that decisive. So on combat initiative rolls, you gain 3 dice. So basically, whenever you have this unit leading an army in combat, you're likely to win the initiative. So that's really, really handy.
She's amazing.
We've got the infantry leader, so any infantry units gain +1 to their attack, and the pathfinder, so you get a movement bonus of +1 to that army. So yeah, really, really useful. And what else did we come across? We came across the Bearcat, so the tank for the first time, so which is a salvaged ancient war machine with a single massive cannon, a tank that was long ago state of the art. Long years and frigid environment have not been kind to it, testing its design to the limit, so keeping it running is an extraordinary feat. And
the draft guns, which are our disruption artillery.
Yeah, so constructed of salvaged artillery from landlocked ships and mounted on man-movable platforms, the absolved draft guns represent both the ingenuity and determination of the clans to survive in this hostile land. Their sides are marked with the crew's own blood out of respect for the lives they regret having to take.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, a bit morbid, but also quite cool. I really like the whole, the kind of the sorry assassin kind of.
The whole point of the Skywatchers is they're supposed to be pacifists, but people just won't let them.
Yeah. They just keep on.
Be pacifist. There we go. That's the,
there we go.
That's how you English.
No, it bites the personal touch. There we go. Speedy Savant saying the stream was lagging too much for them, but we will check out the VOD. Thanks very much. So yeah, cheers for tuning in. We'll be doing a future stream carrying on with this campaign. We've got a giveaway first and foremost, so lest we forget about that. So we'll put these names into the Computron 5000. Who have we got? Bleep, bloop, bleep, and One Hit Wonder, you are the lucky winner of our giveaway. So you gain a Steam One Hit Wonder there. Nice descriptions of each unit. So basically, you are the lucky winner of a Steam key for this game. So we'll contact you after this and basically we'll ask for your email address, and then if you send it over to us, we'll provide you with a Steam key. So yeah, thanks very much for tuning in. As we say, we'll be pressing on with this in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, thank you so much, as always, and we will catch you next time. Thanks. See you.